Now there's one rule, and really one rule only, when it comes to tripods nowadays. Good ones are really expensive, especially if you've been looking for an affordable quick release tripod for medium-sized cameras. It's very likely you've been out of luck so far. Now, in comes SIRUI with its Rapid system, which piqued my interest. Keep watching to hear what I love and one thing I absolutely hate about the SIRUI SVT15 Rapid tripod system.
CineD, your digital cinema tech resource, supported by B&H and CVP.
For the longest time, tripod legs haven't matured much. That is until a few years ago when Sachtler introduced the Flowtech tripod, which was innovative because it has 3 plastic ledges just below the head that allow for a quick release of the entire leg by just releasing 1 ledge per leg. Now, you're still able to keep your heads close to the head to stabilize the camera, which is a revolution if you work in a one-man band. Now, as you might know, the Flowtech became a great success, and of course the patented technology prevented competitors from releasing anything comparable. Fast forward to 2023, and I was very pleased to see the announcement of something that looks like a more familiar tripod that takes a similar concept as the Flowtech with the latches here on top. The SIRUI Rapid legs have their own unique patents according to the company, but use a very similar latch design close to the tripod bowl. In this tripod, the latches are made from aluminum, while the legs are made of round carbon fiber tubes. One of the downsides of the Flowtech, on the other hand, is the unusual profile of the carbon fiber legs. They aren't round, which makes them wider, and also you can't easily attach accessories like magic arms. The SIRUI Rapid legs have a nice rubber around them here on top, which makes them easy to grip and carry, something that actually reminds me of Miller tripods. But let's keep talking about the latch system for a second. The latches take quite a bit of force to release, which is probably my biggest complaint about them. But the overall build quality of the mechanism and the legs overall seem very sturdy, as if they could really take a beating. Of course, this is not a long-term test. I've only reviewed them for a couple of days, but I think they can sustain a long period of time. When you release a latch, the other 2 stages of the leg below glide out easily, which makes the tripod just as easy and quick to deploy and adjust in their height as expected. A downside is that the SIRUI Rapid legs weigh 3.5 kilograms or 7.7 pounds without the spreader, and the Sachtler Flowtech is only 2.9 kilograms or 6.4 pounds without their spreader. The SIRUI ones have a maximum load capacity of up to 25 kilograms or 55 pounds, which you will likely never reach even with a spec'd out modern camera setup. Talking about the spreader, this is the optional mid-level spreader that comes with the Pro kit. It adds stability to the entire system and of course can be adjusted to various positioning needs. The mid-level spreader is attached to the tripod in a clever way with a hook system. Now when you remove the mid-level spreader, you can also lock the legs at wider angles to get closer to the ground with the tripod at 50 and 78 degrees. I find the lever to lock those legs at these positions much better than on the Flowtech tripods, where it's quite small and you can easily get your fingers stuck in them. For the leg adjustment itself, you need to use quite a bit of force, so I would always recommend doing this with both hands. Now the SIRUI Rapid legs can put the tripod as low as 20 centimeters or just under 8 inches above the ground without counting the tripod head itself, which is of course very low and great for low angle shooting. Now while talking about how low it can also go up quite high with up to 153 centimeters or just over 60 inches. That's the same height the Flowtech 75 from Sachtler reaches. Right below the 75mm bowl that holds the head, there are 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch threads to attach accessories like Noga arms, which is always great to have. The legs have spikes on the bottom, which is great for muddy grounds, and rubber feet are solidly attached for flat surfaces. Now, I can't complain about the rigidity of the tripod. It stands very solidly on the ground at any height I tested. Now, this review is mainly about the new legs that we just talked about, but for the sake of completeness, let's also mention the SIRUI fluid head that fits the legs. The SVH15 drag control video fluid head was introduced during NAB 2023. We did shoot a video about it there, and please check out that Gear News video in the links down below in case you missed that. The head offers a stepless adjustment of both the pan and tilt axis using these turning knobs, which are marked tilt fluid and pan fluid here on the other side. This mechanism works quite well and allows for a very detailed adjustment of the drag. And the movement really remains quite smooth in all the settings I tried, whether it's very, very soft or very, very hard in the setting. The counterbalance knob at the back here has 7 stops, which you can set according to the weight of your camera rig that is mounted on top. Now this is also similar to Sachtler tripod heads, and I love this feature because you can remember the setting depending on the rig you use, whether it's a relatively lightweight camera setup or a heavy rig. Just note that the minimum weight supported by this head is already 4 kilograms or 8.8 pounds. So super light setups are not perfect for this, but you can go up to 15 kilograms and 33 pounds. I noticed that when loosening both of the fluid knobs all the way and with the counterbalance set to the minimum setting of 1, there is still some resistance in the pan movement while it's almost completely loose in the tilt. Not a huge issue, but it's just something you need to be aware of when using a lightweight rig. In general, it's great to have some resistance in any case in order to be able to make smooth pans, and I think that head is really good for that. The locking levers for both pan and tilt work great and solidly lock both axes in place by just slightly turning them, and it's also nice that they're kind of next to each other here. The head can also be tilted down 90 degrees, which is great for top-down shots. It's a nice touch that they actually deliver the head with 2 handles, which is unusual, but it's quite useful for broadcast style operation, especially when you're using remote zoom rockers or a full focus on the handles. One of my favorite things about the tripod is the tripod plate system that they use. It's a quick release system that is very well executed, and I actually like it better than Sachtler's quick release plate. All parts here are made of metal, including the levers, and the plate that they are using is compatible with DJI RS2 or RS3 quick release plates from those gimbals, so you can actually move a camera from one of those gimbals to the head and back, which is quite useful. Now the length of the plate allows for easy adjustment of the center of gravity and the head depending on your rig. Just like the tripod legs, the head itself also features 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch threads for accessories. So for example, you can mount your monitor there. Now I love the quick release half bowl handle at the bottom because it can be released so quickly for balancing and taken off within seconds if you need to remove the head. Once the head is removed, the half bowl can be taken off easily too, so you have a flat bottom head that can be directly attached to sliders without having to use any additional tools. SIRUI pride themselves that the head operates smoothly between -40 and +60 degrees Celsius, which is indeed a crazy range. Now, of course, we weren't able to verify this, but it's definitely impressive, even if the operating range is a little bit smaller than that in reality. So let me summarize. What are the 2 things that I love about this tripod, and what do I hate about it? Well, I'm simply amazed at how inexpensive the legs are. In its current crowdfunding campaign, the price for the legs starts at only $399. You can get a full kit including the head starting at $879. And the second thing I really love about it is the build quality. You can tell that a lot of thought went into this system when they were making it. It feels very high-end and sturdy, and I think it can give many other more expensive tripod systems a run for their money. It's just a tad heavy. But what do I really hate about it? Well, the fact that it was released only now in 2023, when I already own a bunch of professional tripods for all my productions, most of which cost a lot more money. But what can you do? That's the nature of gear. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to CineD for a lot more videos coming your way this September. It's already turning out to be a very busy month for new camera and gear releases. So make sure you are subscribed to our channel. You will not regret it. Thanks for watching.